I finally figured out why this A1's print quality went to shit. And I can't believe it. It's so stupid what it was. So I've got these two A1 printers, right? A1 and A2 here. And A2 for some reason suddenly started printing like hot garbage. My print started to have all of these awful layer lines, like it was really inconsistent, almost like little layer shifts or something. I tried tightening the bolts behind the nozzle bracket, I tensioned all the belts, cleaned and re-greased all the rods and rails, and fully recalibrated the machine, but nothing I tried fixed the issue for me. So what the hell was causing it then? Well, here, let me show you. I hate this desk, man. It's so wobbly. Look at this. And no, that's not why the print quality was bad. I swear, I will never cheap out on a standing desk again. This thing is just such a piece of crap. It doesn't even have programmable height presets. You have to manually hold the button down to get to the desired height, and sometimes it just straight up refuses to go up. You have to first send it all the way down, and only then it will do it. And let's not even get into the 4-piece doweled and bolted chipboard abomination for a top that this thing has. No, instead, I will sell 60 seconds of a YouTube video for a premium and stable standing desk with programmable height presets and a beautiful high quality Bambu top. So yes, this video is sponsored by FlexiSpot. If you need a standing desk, look no further than the FlexiSpot E7 Plus. It is the most stable standing desk that I've ever tried, and I've actually owned a few now at this point, so I do feel somewhat qualified to weigh in on this fancy robotic furniture. It is just absolutely rock solid compared to the other desk I had in here before, and that is thanks to the E7 Plus having these 4 heavy-duty 3-stage legs. More stability gives you more loading capacity, as the E7 Plus can easily be loaded up to 245 kilograms, so you can absolutely cram as many heavy-duty 3D printers as can fit on top of this thing, and it won't even break a sweat. The legs on this desk also have a huge range, so you can set it anywhere from 26 inches tall all the way up to 51.6 inches tall. And for the tops, you can order them in a number of different sizes, as well as finishes, making it easy to customize your desk to perfectly fit your space. Best part though, programmable height presets. I adore this feature. I'll leave a link down below to the FlexiSpot E7 Plus so you can pick one up as well. If you've been looking for a standing desk, I can highly recommend this one. It is just rock solid, it looks great, it does the job, and the price is right. Other comparable 4-legged desks are gonna run you over $1,000 easily, so I think for the money, you can't go wrong here with this one. Thank you FlexiSpot for solving my wobbly desk issue and for sponsoring this part of the video. Now, I won't keep you waiting any longer. Here's why A2's print quality died in the ass. The bloody big yellow extruder gear was dirty. That's it. I spent a few minutes with a brush and cleaned it up, and it is now printing beautifully again. Funniest thing is though, this was actually on Bambu Lab's troubleshooting list of top things to do first, and I was just like, nah, there's no way it's that, and carried on running around in circles, tearing out my hair trying to figure this shit out. Anyway, all sorted now. A dirty gear. Unbelievable. So anyway, I've got this great model here, the Iron Bull by Kitech Design, and it's this absolutely imposing, lumbering, and dreadful thing that I'm just dying to print and get some paint on. It is so cool. And now that A2 here is laying down quality layers again, I reckon we just go for it. I probably could have got away with just doing some automatic tree supports and support painting for this guy, given it is a larger model, but I've really been enjoying lately using the resin style supports for printing detailed figures like this. I do have a video out on this whole process if you want to know more, but basically it is a manual process that does take a bit of time and some patience, but fundamentally it's not difficult at all to understand, and in fact, I'll be releasing my entire process for supporting this Iron Bull model right here with commentary for my channel members only, so do make sure you are subscribed for that, links down below. But in any case, once I had the Iron Bull fully supported and ready for printing, I used Painted for Combat's Blender plugin, Resin to FDM, to separate the model from the supports, which then lets me assign faster print settings to just the supports, saving me a number of hours in print time. So all that's left to do now is send it. Damn. This is mostly a really great print, except one of those little cables there has failed and has caused a bit of a mess. The tit cable too, no less. Otherwise though, the supports all came away really easily, leaving pretty minimal scarring, and I contemplated just making my own replacement hose out of milliput or something to try and repair this print to the best of my ability, but there were a couple of other small problems as well. The corner of the loincloth here looks like it needed an extra support or two, and I accidentally broke the end off of one of those chains while manhandling this thing, so I think I'd rather just improve the supports and run it off again. So a couple of quick revisions later, and here's what I got. This second attempt turned out perfect, the supports came away beautiful, and I just find this experience so much better than any other type of tree support or whatever. It is just so good. I wish you could try it. Oh wait, you can try it! Because these files are rewards. So if you're a Once in a Six Side channel member this month, you can download these right now and print them yourself. And if you're not, links down below. I've also got a bunch of other great models for you as well this month, and I will tell you more about those at the end of this video, so please do stick around for that. But right now, we're going to get this fantastic miniature here based and painted. Even though most of the little support scarves here are completely hidden away beneath the model, I spent a couple of minutes just knocking them back to make things a bit tidier, and then this happened. Oh no, you fuck. Luckily though, I was able to glue it together without too much drama. And now that I've got this model printed and actually in my hands, there's one thing that's sort of bothering me about it. This dude is leaning so far forward that I'm kind of worried any effort we put into painting his forward features will really just be wasted since no one will ever see them anyway. So maybe we can get creative with the basing and have him walking uphill? I took this as an opportunity to expand my 3D skills, particularly in Blender, and I followed a quick tutorial for stylized rocks that I'd found, and was able to create this thing here. Now it is very low poly, but I'm hoping that's not a problem. And, well, shit, yeah. It's not great, if we're being brutally honest. So let's try that again. I went back to Blender and this time tried playing around with the sculpting tool a bit. I don't really know what the hell I'm doing here, but after using the clay brush and going back and forth across each of the surfaces, adding mass and then smoothing it over, here's what I got. Now, right now it is maybe a little weird still, but I'm gonna go with it. And I'm hopeful that in the painting phase, I could really sell it as a rock. In any case, I'm very happy with what the base has done for the pose of the model. Like, imagine him popping up from behind this crest of rocks here, towering over you. It would be terrifying. Eager to see what I could do with that base, I started there, and for inspiration I was really feeling like this could work if we aim for something red and orange, straight out of the deep interior of the Aussie outback perhaps. So I kind of just grabbed a few different colors here. Oh, and to challenge myself today, I am choosing to use no speed paints at all for this one. It's going to be all 100% layer paints today, which should be a nice challenge to hopefully push me outside my painting comfort zone a bit further. And so while painting this up, I was imagining the hot sun beating down on top of it. And so any downward facing sides of the rock I tried to make darker, and the topmost parts I tried to make as bright as possible. After going back and forth for a while, I felt like it was looking pretty weird, to be honest, so I decided to just let it dry and then see how it looked. And at this point I thought it's kind of the right idea, but it's just the wrong sort of tone. And to remedy that, I watered down a bright orange paint really heavily and then just washed it all over the rocks to try and hopefully tint them into the right sort of spot. Zone. I don't know what the most appropriate word would be there, but you know what I mean. And upon drying and after a quick application of edge highlights with some pale sand, I gotta say, I think that's it, and I'm pretty stoked with these rocks. Next on the agenda was this Iron Bull's skin, which there is a lot of, and this is where I spent the most time, and I figured I'd start from the shadows and work my way up, and to do that I grabbed some leather brown and got to base coating. This is new Army Painter Fanatic paints, by the way. I picked up the starter set recently, and it really impressed me like how well this paint covered even when thinned down. Army Painter, I know you guys are still salty at me for my criticisms of speed paint. That's fine, but I hope you can find it in your fragile glass heart to let me back into your creator program and send me some more stuff, because these are really sick. Anyway, to highlight up the skin, I started mixing in Sunny Skin Tone and layered this on toward the top of every bit of muscle and knot, and just kept repeating this, brightening the mix up a bit more each time until finally I arrived here, which is okay, I guess. It feels a little flat, so I tried glazing in some washed out red into the recesses, but I'm not sure that helped a great deal. This is an area I still have a lot to learn, I think, so I welcome your feedback here. And for the rest of the model, I just phoned it in and slapped some silver metallic down over top everything else, leaving the black primer exposed in the recesses wherever I could, and this looks fine, but definitely nothing special. I also made sure his horns and hooves got some fill, and I called it there. This style of painting strikes me as a tricky one to get right, in more than a couple of ways. Like, there's the technical aspect of it, sure, like you want to be improving your understanding of light and shadow and all that stuff, but then there's just the experience of it as well. And if you're not careful, painting too critically, I could really see becoming a fast road to just turning yourself off of painting altogether. Because rather than being satisfied or even proud of my paint job here, stoked that I got a model finished and ready for a game maybe, I'm just left feeling dissatisfied that this is the level I'm at, when I know it could be technically better. A healthier way to level up, I reckon, is by following tutorials, at least for me. For example, if I want to get good at painting skin, rather than just wing it with lots of guesswork like I did here, I think it would make more sense to find a good tutorial from a teacher whose presentation I like and can follow, and do as they do on the same model with the same paints, or as close to it as I can get with my own stuff. That's how I started back before I even had this channel, following tutorials from guys like Sonic Sledgehammer Studio and Midwinter Minis, as closely as I could, just doing my best to replicate exactly what they were doing. And it's exactly the same with other creative endeavors too, I've found. I made the most gains in musicianship when putting in the hours learning to replicate my favorite songs as close to the original on guitar, for example. But just sitting down and saying, I'm gonna push myself to improve here, but without any direction or tuition, it's just kinda asking to get lost, confused, and dismayed. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. What do you reckon of this paint job? Yeah, nah, or nah, yeah? I'd love to see your take on it, so come get this one for yourself, including the files for the base I made here and the resin-like FDM supports. Print it off, paint it up, share it with us in the Discord, which you can do so by becoming a member through Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon, or even through YouTube, whatever is easiest for you. Your support is greatly appreciated and it really helps me out. I do get the odd sponsor now and then, but it is the direct support from you guys, the viewers, and the artists that throw their models into the hat every month that really makes this channel sustainable. Speaking of the artists, this month I also have models from Arcane Whiskers, Artificer's Mini, Daka Store, Imp3D Sion, Lucas with a C, and Tractor Miniatures. The Once in a Six Side community is a great place to be with lots of rewards, so do get subscribed, come hop into our Discord, come grab all these awesome models, share your prints, and get involved. There's also a bunch of extra videos, and of course the welcome pack, which overfloweth with great tabletop models and more. A couple of quick shout outs here too before I go. FlexiSpot, of course, thank you for the new desk, it's sick. I highly recommend one if you're also looking for a quality standing desk. Also, one of our glorious benefactors this month, Daka Store, is brewing up something special. If you're a fan of Trench Crusade, you're going to want to check out Torquemada's Inquisition on Kickstarter. Hope I'm saying that right. And register your interest. Looks like there's going to be some very, very cool models in there. And finally, just a quick shout out for Monstrous Encounters. Someone in the community brought to my attention that the creator behind this brand has had a tragic loss in his family, and now has the very difficult task of retrieving personal items from a storage unit 1,500 miles away, and they need help hiring a truck, but rather than crowdfunding, they're offering their entire library of models for just 20 bucks. So I'll leave that linked down below as well, and I hope you can retrieve your childhood belongings, man. And I'm sorry for your loss. And before I go, I just want to say thank you for watching till the end of the video. You are a legend. Subscribe again if you're not already, and I'll be back soon with some more exciting 3D printing stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. Bye-bye.